Hello guys, welcome to the next video tutorial on C programming for beginners. In the last two videos I have been showing you what arrays are and how to use arrays in C. And I have also shown you in the last video how we can use multi-dimensional arrays in C. Now in this video I am going to show you how you can pass arrays as an argument of a function. So let's see how we can do it. So we are going to take an example. For example, we want to calculate the sum of all the elements of this array we have. So this array is, for example, we have 6 elements in it. And we want to add each and every element and display the sum of every element. We want to do basically is, we want to just add 20 plus 30 plus 60 plus 50 plus 55 plus 30 and sum them up and show the result of this summation using a function. So first of all, let's see what are different ways of passing arrays as arguments of the functions. So I will just declare a function void. For example, it's returning nothing, and then we can erase some of the name of my function. I just need to change my keyboard settings. So array sum is the name of my function, and there are 3 different ways basically you can pass an array as an argument of a function. One is using a pointer, and just to pointer you can just give this asterisk or star sign here and give your array a name, or you can say my array. So you can pass pointer array to your function, but we haven't learned about pointer till now. So I will skip this for now, and in the future when I will teach you how to use pointers in C, then we will see how we can pass these arrays as an argument using pointers. So second way is to pass definite sized array. I want to get sum of this array which has the size 6. I can just declare the array as my array as an argument, and then I would give the size to my array as 6 like this. But there is one problem with this. You can only pass array of size 6 to this function. So this will kill the general functionality of a function. The functionality of a function should be, it should be used in different conditions, and this condition restrains the use of function to the size 6 of an array. So in order to get rid of this restriction, we can pass the array as unsized array like this. So just give the data type, name of the array, and in the square brackets you don't pass any size, and this means you want to pass the array of different size or unsized array which doesn't have any size, or it can have different sizes. And plus we will pass the size as an argument also. So we know size of the array and the array name from here. Now we can pass different sizes of array to our function like this. Now using this function, I want to add all the elements of the array, and let's return integer as a result. Because you want to calculate the sum, we will just declare variable called sum is equal to 0. We will initialize it by 0. Now we will use for loop just like this, and what it's doing is it iterates over this array one by one, and we will add the values of the elements one by one to the sum. So initial values of sum is 0, and it will add 20, 30, 60 one by one to this sum. When we iterate over this array, so this declaration is something like this. For and condition, or in the bracket, we will initialize this variable I is equal to 0, and then we give the condition here. Okay, so I should be less than size of the array, because the size of the array is 0, so it should be less than the size of the array, right? So just pass this size as an argument over here. I is less than size. Size is this one, the size you see here, and then increment the value of I by 1 like this. So just initialize I is equals to 0. I should be less than this size, and then increment it. And what we basically want to do is we want just sum equal to the sum, the previous value of sum plus the array name, right? The index at this moment, which is I. So This I will change in the loop. So first value of I is equal to 0. So size 0 or of this array is equal to 20. So the value of my array at 0 will be equal to 20, right? When we pass this array as an argument to this function, we can simply write this in different ways like this. So just write sum plus is equal, just write my name array. This is basically same as this, but this is more short form of this expression, okay? And then we will just return sum. So once we have the sum of all the elements of the array, we will just return the sum here as an integer. Now, in order to use this function, for example, we have this array, you want to calculate the sum of all these elements. We can use this like this. So let me just make it smaller so we can see here. So in here, we will just call this function. So I will just declare an integer called array sum. This will contain the result of this, but this and this are same. So we will just change variable name sum underscore of underscore array, sum of array, and what its value is equal to value returned by this function when we pass array. So this function takes argument to array. So our array is this one, my number array, and size of array. So size in our case is 6 right now. See this. We will calculate sum of array and then we will print value of array. So array sum is equal to %d and comma. This one because now we will return sum of the array. So this value is assigned to the sum of array, this variable, and then we will pass this here. Now let's run the program. Let's see what is the result. What it shows is it should be printf, okay? Now once again run the program. It shows array sum is equal to 245. Let's check whether it's true or false. So I will just open the calculator from here. So the first element we have is 20 plus 30 plus 60 plus 50 plus 55 plus 30. All these elements 20, 30, 60, 50, 55 and 30, and the sum as you can see is equal to 245, which is shown here. So now we know that it has successfully calculated our result or the sum of all the elements of this array. Now suppose you want to pass an array of size 7 here. So I can just change the size and I'll add one more element to my array. For example, 100. So our previous sum was equal to 245, right? So we add 100 to it, it should be 345 now. So now you need to change this one also because this function takes size of an array. So you need to change this also because this function takes size of an array. So now size is equal to 7, right? So it shows 345, which is correct. Now if you want to pass an array of size 8, I will add one more element and then putting them, for example, I will just add 100 once again. Now 245 plus 100 plus 100 should be equal to 445, right? Array size is now 8 and once again run the program. It shows 445, which is true, right? So in this way you can use an array or you can use a function and pass an array as an argument of the function using C. So I hope you understood the concept of an array passing as an argument in C programming.